This is winners finals coming up between the Neubauer brothers, Ben and Jacob, Sooneo and NeUby.
Probably gonna see Cyborg.
Yeah, we're probably gonna see Cyborg versus Atom, ATOM, not Black Adam.
I like the latter more.
I definitely also, regardless of his higher tier spot, in fact, probably because of his higher tier spot, like Black Adam a lot more.
I just like zapping people.
Zapping, but also commanding respect in footsies, and not having a totally untraditional
There's the Adam on the screen right now.
Yeah. So what you can expect to see from Adam is the same thing that's... It's pretty universal. Yeah, they're correct. So...
Green Arrow versus Adam. What do you think about this matchup?
Trait movement from Adam is going to be extremely valuable. Once Adam can activate trait in the air or on the ground, and once you do, you command so much respect from zoning characters and footsie characters. Looks like they're skipping past the... No, wait, are they button checking? I don't know. No, yes, they are. Checking interactables. It's always like bothersome to me when people do actions that look like round start.
Yeah.
Optimal actions in button check. Yeah, most annoying zoner versus most annoying rushdown is what Ludi has called this matchup.
Adam's a rushdown character?
Yes. And also a character that can bypass footsies and zoning.
He can kind of he kind of plays his own game, I feel, with his trait. It lets him do a lot of things a lot of other characters can't do.
Yeah, there are whiff punishes that are like exclusively available to traded Adam. It moves him so fast for so much corner carry so quickly.
Yep.
Oh,
usually
Starfire.
solid damage too.
Yeah.
Okay. Starfire has that new tick throw too.
Yeah, new tick throw off forward 2, which is her longest range footsie normal, commands a lot of respect against pretty much the whole cast because it can also kind of anti-air, like it reaches vertically upwards, so if you're jumping at the wrong spot, forward 2 can be a full combo from Starfire. And this is a character that can walk a little bit before doing her forward 2, and with her newly buffed walk speed, that's going to reach so far, all while she zones you and builds more meter than you and wears you down.
Got a lot of great, like, control, kind of, this is my space.
Yeah.
I don't want you coming near me. If you come near me, I'm going to toss you to the other side, kind of control.
Whatever you do,
plays it at her pace.
You cannot type in myspace.com in the URL. I don't want you here. It's MySpace. Okay, it looks like Sooneo just stopped blocking there. He would have survived Chip. Yeah, there is. Well, it's only blocking the character names. Oh, yeah. Well, this is the clash indicator. It's always visible. Basically, what I'm saying is that there's nothing that's actually.
Yeah, using the teleport there to get past the zoning. The gun right there.
Oh yeah.
He's using it, yep, staying out of the corner.
Straight out of the corner.
He's thrown out the teleport like 4 times in the past 30 seconds. One right into trait from the air.
Trade movement?
Probably trying to feel
Bates
like
a wake up with the trade movement, that's pretty smart. Runs out of trade but still isn't punished in recovery.
Adam's down 3 is such a great tool. It's got good range, it's get fast, low profiles a lot. Which works, I would say it works kind of well against Starfire because of the way her floaty hitbox and a lot of things are. It's kind of easier for him to slide under things, I guess, with that down 3.
Yeah. So Sooneo opts to go to character select, I assume for the reason of changing characters to Green Arrow.
Yep, right to Green Arrow.
Yeah, problem with Adam against Starfire is that Starfire doesn't have her projectiles from the air.
Her projectiles have a lot of active frames too, which gives him a lot more time to react and teleport out of it, unlike Green Arrow, who fires the arrow and then keeps going right that. He gets more time.
She has more recovery as well.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Active frames are good no matter what. Oh, okay. What can he do off this? He actually converts with the double slide. That's pretty funny. I think a double dash slide might have worked as well. Perhaps a little better.
Looks like he was going to go for an arrow load there, but he didn't get it. Yeah. Unless he's just teabagging.
He's loading Spark Arrow now, which should allow for great juggle confirms.
Also, it's +2 on block.
Yes, so is Fire Arrow.
All of them are actually +2 on block, even normal. But it has faster travel time.
Yeah, Crouching Arrow has different frame data on block. It's even better on hit, but I don't think it's as good on block. Which compensates for it, being a mid and crouching, or a low rather, instead of a high.
He's not going to be able to contest with the stomp, I don't think. He tried to go for a stomp, but he got stuck with an arrow. He's not going to be able to do that against Green Arrow.
NeUby's not going to be able to contest with the stomp. It's just too slow of an action. Green Arrow will not give you time to do that.
No.
And by that we mean Sooneo, the face of Green Arrow, at least around these parts, 5th at NEC recently, looking to travel more after that very encouraging placement. Placing higher even than, I think he, who'd he beat on his way? Emperor Nyx, who is the dark side that beat, what Green Arrow was at NEC?
Illusions?
Yes, yeah, Illusions lost to dark side, and then Sooneo beat that dark side, Nyx. So, it's a little bit of a statement that was made.
And then he 3-0'd
gave him
on a
some
primer at the
confidence.
beginning of the top 8.
Yeah, that was a little bit cathartic, huh?
Trying to get out of the corner, he's going to put Green Arrow into the corner now. He's going to go for a beaker setup, yep. He has neutral jump.
Now, what do you know about the beaker color differences?
I know the green one is the toxic one, right? Blue
Green
one
one's toxic
is the one that's, you can't jump, correct?
That's the red one.
That's the red one.
Which
Blue
is
one
why
drains meter. Blue one drains
the
meter.
red one's going to be particularly effective against Sooneo, who loves
Jumps.
jumping out of the corner.
Yep.
Especially out of the corner, though. Like, that is a read specifically built on player knowledge. Man, look at the unclashable damage!
So much
Backdash
damage.
could
It's
not
hard
get
to
him
block.
away.
It's hard to tell sometimes when you're the one on the ground. You're getting hit by those overhead arrows from above. It's hard to tell if it's going to cross up or not. It's such a weird. It's a weird move. It's a really good Oki move.
Really good, especially for unclashable kills.
Yep.
Something that Green Arrow already excels at so much because of fire arrow damage.
And he's got great meter build too,
Yep.
so he can just keep tossing out those arrows.
A much bigger deal with fire arrow is meter
Teleports
building.
behind him and drops a beaker right there.
Hey, is able to down one out of the trait. Most down ones will actually hit Adam out of trait. Green Arrow gets great reward going into.
Probably gonna go. Just goes for a throw.
Oh,
Going for the float.
yeah, flow cancel, jump 3, jump 3. That jump 3 has a very, very hard to contest hitbox. Both these characters are known for that, but Adams is like even harder to air.
That was a pretty dominant round from Sooneo right there. He has a very sizable lead on NeUby.
Yeah, you know, NeUby has really found his stride with Adam. I don't know if he'd be willing to counterpick. He used to play Brainiac and Catwoman,
Yeah, I
but
played as Brainiac. Yeah.
he only played those characters like as a duo, never really maining one or the other. With Adam, he's actually finally maining, so I don't really think he'll switch.
It's a good choice, I think, too. I think Adam's definitely a mainable character.
And he's running it back, at least on this health bar. Uses the unblockable to seal it out. You don't want to give any character, but especially not Green Arrow, the magic pixel situation. It's just very stressful to know that you can't do enough damage to end a health bar, you know?
What started out as a really dominant health lead from Sooneo has pretty quickly turned not exactly into NeUby's favor yet, but it's much closer. Sooneo did spend some meter on the clash here to get some health back as well. And he gets a big conversion from about halfway across the screen.
Yeah, but NeUby still has Clash, so
Yeah, he does.
he's spending meter instead on corners.
He didn't clash in that corner combo, though.
Long-term value. Yeah, he knew the corner combo was it wasn't very valuable of a conversion.
It scaled a bit, too, because of the cross arrow as well.
Yeah.
And that's going to get punished. He's going to clash now, yeah.
But he shouldn't have clashed then, because since then Sooneo had built so much meter, it's now a disadvantageous clash. Suneo's going to win it and have a sizable life lead and fire arrows loaded.
A little over 100 health.
Yeah, Adam's on the verge of a bar. If he can keep blocking, he'll build a bar to be able to contest. Still alive. Wow!
Goes for a down 2 and just gets stuffed by another Hurricane Bow.
Yeah, Hurricane Bow in footsies there, reaching forward,
I wouldn't have
Beyblading.
expected a meter burn Hurricane Bow into another Hurricane Bow.
You know, was it just supposed to be down one Hurricane Bow? Maybe. Green Arrow's down one also reaches, but I make that same execution mistake sometimes too. Full straight corner combo from NeUby. Great corner situation.
That's such a big lead right from the start.
Yeah, keeping
And now
that.
he's keeping him right in the green. Get that tick.
Wow.
Right back in the green. Wow.
But then he jumped into the corner himself.
Oh.
They've swapped corner position so many times we can barely keep up.
Does he have a side switch here? No, he's going to air tech out.
He may have had a side switch.
But the air tech.
Yep.
Stop that.
Wow.
Oh, he's going to punch that. He's going to jump over the Hurricane Bow and punch it. That's a huge lead for nice. That was a nice quick round.
Yeah,
NeUby too.
that is not Adam's invincible wake up. but it is one that is so fast that it can allow him to escape the corner very naturally for great reward. Full combo and hit. Yeah,
and it's hard to punish too.
Yeah. So
it's technically unsafe, but the range and the movement and stuff of it and the speed makes it very hard to punish.
Sooneo dropping a combo there, down 1-ing after, opting for some standard pressure.
He loves that meter burn teleport. It's a really good tool. It's a 5-frame startup.
5-frame startup, yeah.
You can juggle off it in some situations too.
Great for reactionary whiff punishes. It's great in the neutral. If you see Green Arrow jump, he may jump and shoot an arrow, in which case you'll be able to teleport punish.
That was awesome right there. That was great. That was a really smart teleport right out of the corner. Sooneo has to clash now, and NeUby isn't even to his second life bar yet. He's stuck on that little kind of, not quite a pixel, but that magic larger pixel.
Yeah. It's that pixel's actually even better
do a
because
lot of damage.
With a pixel that thick, you can't actually get chipped out that easily.
Yep, it is. And that's always I feel like that's always a really bad situation to be on the end of, because
NeUby ties it right up. Damn. Right when I was talking about potential switches. 2-2 now in winners finals.
When your opponent has that little chunk of health left on their first health bar, you kind of get that feeling like, I need to get rid of that health, I need to get rid of that health. And it gets kind of overwhelming sometimes. It kind of puts you in a panic situation.
Yeah, it makes you play overzealously trying to chip or land a hit.
You want to get rid of that little chunk and put it on an more even plane.
And no matter what, like if you get a hit, it will be a full combo.
Jump in 3, but it drops right there.
That's the problem with Magic Pixels and why it's so good. You can get a full combo hit and it won't do the damage of a full combo. It won't matter. A great side switch dash under off of Hurricane Bow from Sooneo.
That was a great teleport too.
I think the story of this set, he almost switched the sides again, just didn't quite walk enough before the one.
Hurricane Bow just throwing it out. He's gonna get conversion here.
Great knockdown. Oh, goes for some safe chip with meter burn bow overhead.
There, was that a cross up? I couldn't tell.
It was because Adam flipped out to the other side.
Oh, okay.
The game actually isn't smart enough to know to call it a cross up because it's a weird.
There's things the game calls cross ups that aren't cross ups.
That can be blocked mid as well.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. Hold down, block mid, makes no sense.
One of Raiden's strings in the corner, one of his lows is back one. Sometimes they'll say it's a cross up in the corner. Yeah. No, it's not. It's very weird.
It's just so strange. Okay, misses the corner carry trick combo, but opts for a happy little reset here.
And the awesome part about this is he doesn't have to worry about the recovery from running out of trait because he got that with the throw.
Shades of the Coach Steve bait of Suneo's Wake Up the Rumble. Jumping back and then punishing the slide.
He's gonna go in right trait.
NeUby is about to
as much as it's bad when you push block the trait, you get out of trait, but at least it doesn't put you in that recovery when you normally go out of trait.
Both players have clash. Oh boy. Sooneo actually is going to get some life back here, and he will because meter's not too valuable to Green Arrow. It's used for these universal mechanics.
And he builds it so fast that it's like you can
but Ice Arrow, you're not going to build meter with Ice Arrow. He was looking for the big hit and didn't get it. NeUby, for the first time in tournament, advancing past his brother in tournament stages, beating him in winners too. We haven't seen this before, so
he adapted really well.
Yep.
It started out more in Suneo's favor, but as he progressed more and figured it out, he got the hang of things and definitely made a more dominant performance, I'd say, than he started out with at the beginning of the set.
Yeah, that's a new narrative, and it makes me feel a little bit less bad for getting so utterly washed by NeUby. Okay, Ludi shakes the hand, Sooneo wins. We're going to see a run back in Grand Finals. Very fun matches to commentate, though.
I feel like every time I come here, I've seen this. This has been the Grand Finals. Unless maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I see this all the time as the brothers going at each other.
The last one,
and it's fun to watch because of that sibling rivalry. You know,
we haven't. This is actually the first TFGT with a fairly well-developed Injustice. I think the last one was very early, about 2 weeks after this was released. It was. No, it was about like a month.
You know what's funny?
I had left by that time for summer. But it was Diaphone versus what's that other guy from Pittsburgh's name? Amazing A-list Cage player.
It was the Ivy player, right?
Yeah, he played Ivy, but also Batman. Yep. Silvezio. It was Silvezio. Yeah, at that time Buffalo got invaded, but Ludi was third at that tournament, so no Neubauer representation in top 3 back then. But now, full Neubauer representation in first and second. Ludi says always third, referencing the story that I just told you guys.
At least he's in the money.
In the money. That means you're not getting worse. And it's a good 9 entrants.
I don't know, I was here.
Oh man. Let the statement live. Okay, so seeing going freight mobility, full trade corner. It's interesting. Like, I thought that if Adam does the full trade combo and ends trade without canceling it early, he has long recovery, but it doesn't seem that long. Like, you can get a full knockdown at the end of a combo and not lose Oki.
Adam's got decent Oki too, thanks to his Beaker's science.
Yeah, it'll be great to force Sooneo to not jump out of the corner.
Drops the background bounce combo. Hits him with the overhead low though, the back two into slide. Renaro surprisingly has a decent mix game. He's got a lot of built-in mix, and then can add on the plus arrow. The plus frames thanks to his arrows, which he also has an overhead and a low arrow. So.
Yeah, the plus frames command respect and create frame traps, from which you can then try going for instant ice arrow overheads.
More 50-50s?
Or string 50-50s are really the best thing about his high-low game, at least. The forward 2, down 1, 3 string is mid-low overhead, and you have a low special. Sorry.
No, it is mid-low overhead. Yeah. You can make it mid-low-low, or you can make it mid and overhead with a jump arrow. Yeah, you
can actually do a forward 2, down forward, meter burn, bounce cancel to do mid-overhead, and that catches people all the time.
Granado's just got options. And options.
And the forward, wow, great anti-arrow.
He's still gonna hit him with the, he goes for the jump and hits
yeah, Sooneo misses the full combo off that anti-arrow. Going unclashable, this is pretty optimal right now from Sooneo. Also unclashable is throw. I think he'll be able to do this. He has a bar of meter for a meter burn back 3. Wow. Or jump 3, instant air jump meter burn arrow. You have died. You did not have a chance to come back.
You think we'll see see, I guess I was going to ask if you think we're going to see NeUby change characters, but looking at the, because NeUby's on the winner's side, so
yeah, not
saying he wants to get that bracket. No one wants to have the bracket reset.
Yeah,
right? It's that's going to be a detrimental to your feeling, because when you see yourself in the winner's bracket, you see that your opponent has to win 6 games against you. Right, and you see yourself in that position, and once you realize that your opponent has now reset the bracket on you, you're losing that hold. But at the same time, like you said, he has a lot to work with here. So if Adam, over the course of at least 5 games, if I'm doing the math right, maybe I'm not, he has a chance to switch if he wants to. But he might not need to, because he's showing this really dominant lead right now. He uses the interactable, he's keeping the space, and finishes around with the stomp.
We have to remember also that last set, Sooneo started with a big game lead and usually big life leads too, but NeUby found great opportunities to capture so much momentum. Wow!
Oh, wow!
That down 2 has the best cross-up anti-air in the whole game of any down 2.
Cross-up anti-air, what a term.
Yeah.
Jump and 3, float. I love that, the jump and floats.
You know, these characters are bullying each other in the same way. Jump 3 is for an instant 14%, throws for an instant 13%, no clash allowed. Great abuse and use of system mechanics right here from the Neubauer brothers.
Going for a stomp.
Yeah,
doesn't meter burn it though.
This is pretty over.
And there's meter burn teleport. That was an incredibly dominant round from NeUby right there, losing a half of his first health bar.
Yeah,
Sunio's still gonna stick with Green Arrow though.
Yep.
I don't know if we're gonna. Do you think Cyborg would be a good pick against Adam, or do you think?
I think not, because Cyborg has to set things up in a way that allows Adam to teleport out. Trait setups, for example, can just be teleported on. Adam's wake up can be annoying for Cyborg to deal with if Cyborg wants to use a missile setup. And like, if you land a
doesn't confirm off the teleport.
Is that can he confirm off the teleport?
Yes, he can.
Really?
He can down 2 there.
That's great. I feel like maybe, is it only when the teleport hits someone out of the air that you can down 2?
It's only if you hit them into the corner or out of the air.
Okay, I see.
So if you're in the corner and you teleport out and it hits the enemy in the corner, you can. Okay. Actually, it might not be down 2, it might be down 1, but he can get stuff off.
Yeah, I would think it would be down 1, because it looks like there's a lot of recovery.
He does have a fast down 1.
Yeah.
This game still in Suneo's favor, but a little more even.
Yeah, especially considering the meter and considering the fact that Adam, they're both 1250 health characters, so it's now it's very even. Now it's big Sooneo lead with this clash that is not going to get NeUby any life back, unless Sooneo doesn't spend. But I can't imagine him not spending if you're green. Oh, actually, sorry, I misread that totally. NeUby did have 2 bars. Totally misread that.
Yeah, he's gonna get the life with the trait.
Yeah. Adam popping off 3 jumps in 1 second. This dude is hype. NeUby's not looking as hype as Adam.
Maybe he's just drank too much Monster.
The scientist nerd is staying up all night making calculations. You know he drinks Monster.
Accidentally starts drinking from his beaker instead.
Staying up all night writing "I'm small" jokes. It's all of his lines in this whole game.
Oh,
did you know I am small?
Yeah, you punished him out of the recovery from the trait, but he did air escape to get out, and he's still staying alive. Oh, he can just go for down 3, and he's gonna get hit by the Savage Blast.
Down 3 is another move that low profiles makes Adam very small. Oh, what you expect? And
I thought it was gonna make him big. I guess I was wrong.
It's funny, his super does that, but
Probably
you'll never see use of his super.
I would say probably one of the best down 3s in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Up there, I'd say Scarecrow's is too. Fast and +1.
The +1 sweep is wild.
That you can combo off with in the corner.
That you can combo off of the corner. Never forget. Yeah, that's amazing, but it's not as integral to Scarecrow's game plan as Adam's is to Adam's game plan. His game plan is to not get touched.
It's minus 6, but it's safe.
Yeah, it puts you at it has a lot of pushback too, so Adam will be able to backdash, and you have to make a read to contest a backdash. He'll be able to jump back, jump
there
3.
There's the back 4-2 right out of the corner. But he's not at a place I don't think he wants to be against Green Arrow at that full screen. Adam can't contest with projectile and stomp against Green Arrow at that distance. He's gonna get it in with the trait though, and push him back full to mid screen.
Yeah, in the range of a background bounce. Will Sooneo use it? Yes.
Fancy. Just drop
it. Yeah, that was improv. I respect him for going for it. That's.
I feel like a lot of background bounce combos are kind of improv sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of like very situational hits, especially with a freeze arrow like that.
Yep.
It's good that he just went straight for the background bounce instead of like 1-1 background
NeUby was
bounce.
trying to contest the fire arrows with stomp. And he's gonna go for the OGG stomp right there, then throws the projectile. Wow, that was a lot. It used a lot of meter for it, but it was definitely worth it.
And it gave him a pretty big chunk of life to work with, in terms of.
And he's gonna get the confirm with trait right there.
Yeah, didn't stop himself early after dropping the trait combo though. Wow.
Savage Blast goes over the stomp. Savage Blast went over the stomp.
Savage Blast is savage.
Savage Blast is like reverse Catwoman. Instead of going under everything, it goes over everything.
Yeah, and also probably doesn't get hit.
He's gonna go for trait and put him right back in the corner.
Full confirmed trait.
He's gonna get punished right out of trait though. Again, that's the second time this match that he's got that, and Sooneo is gonna put him right back in the corner. But the jump in 3 catches him. He looks like he's trying to down 1.
Does NeUby?
There's so much going on right now. It's hard to keep up with. Going back and forth so quickly.
He does.
I imagine these two.
Super! No way. He was blocking. Did you know to punish that super, you can actually throw Adam out there?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Before the second hit, right?
Yep. It's a pretty big risk to take though if you're Sooneo and you're on the verge of taking the set or resetting the set and taking it.
Sooneo has reset the bracket, and we're sticking with Adam. And good start, good air-to-air out of Sooneo. And doesn't reload and goes instead into the upshot instead of reloading at the end of the combo. Very interesting. Probably just trying to build the meter.
Yeah, or maybe he was meaning to down 1. Yeah, I think he's executing a little bit sloppy there.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty tight link, that dash under back 3.
Yeah, that's tough. Great overhead arrows from Sooneo. Teleport gets totally punished, even though it got NeUby out of the corner. It wasn't worth it for NeUby. Sooneo looking hot right now.
Those fire arrows are so hard to contest.
They're loaded and
good chip. They're fast. They do good damage if they hit. You can combo off them at point blank. You can get down ones and stuff off them. That's very scary. I'd say one of the scariest projectiles in the game. Not to mention the fact that they can both be over and low.
Yep, and also be plus on block from point blank. So imagine how plus they are from afar.
He loves that jumping down shot. He loves it so much. Sooneo does.
Catching teleport with it is the coolest looking thing. We just saw it.
Do you think we're going to see a switch out of NeUby if this goes downhill?
No. I think he has confidence in adapting with Adam.
Interactable, but it's going to put him back.
Oh my god! Teabag unsuccessful from Sooneo.
Look, he raised his eyebrows a little bit.
Yeah. Trying to put NeUby on tilt, perhaps.
Down 1. Multiple times in the match got the down 1. He's been stuffing the teleport with down 1 Hurricane Go.
So the nature of Injustice, though, is such that it is very hard to come back without many resources. So teabagging is pretty free.
Injustice doesn't have a true round system.
No true round system, and honestly, no true comeback mechanic, because Clash can be used by either player at either time, and it's totally in your control how effective you are with the Clash mechanic.
Clash can also be detrimental in some characters.
Yeah, those who get put into debuff, like Bane, no matter what. Do you think Does Adam have a button that can contest the gap between Hurricane Bow's normal hit and meter burn hit?
I think Adam's down 1 is 7 frames?
You need a 6 frame down 1 to be able to do it.
6 frame down 1?
Yeah.
Can you meter burn back 3 to it?
Yes.
You
However, if he does not meter burn, a meter burn back 3 will not punish the normal move in time.
No, but meter burn back 3 does have plus frames though.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good situation,
It's-
but for a
it's-
whole bar of meter,
Yes,
you want it to be
it's
great.
a win-win, but one of the wins of the win-wins isn't a very big win. It's like a win-win.
Yeah.
Like a little win.
Yeah,
and
there's
a
an
big
accent on the big win, and it's in all caps, and it's
italics.
probably wide text.
Win. Yeah. It's in word art.
Win!
Win.
Adam pulling out the clipboard, then stuffing it back into
Like-
his pelvis.
Adam getting really small and saying win, and then getting really big and saying win.
I say he puts it back into his pelvis, but are we sure he didn't just shrink the clipboard back down? And maybe put it in his pocket?
Does he have pockets? Does he just shove it in his pants?
I don't know. That's pretty gross if he does. I bet he's
Well, he's
really
the only one
breaking a sweat
touching
in
it. He's the only one touching it, so
Fine, yeah, that's a good rule to follow. We in the FGC are very familiar with
blocks the cross up. I love that what you can do with Adam with jump and flow. You get a 50-50 off it. You either jump in and flow into another
so
overhead.
this
jump
is a
in.
pretty devastating corner situation for Sooneo to be in, especially when his wake up gets baited like that, and then for a full combo. NeUby not converting on combos in order to not allow Sooneo to clash. Oh man!
Did he go for the throw there? It looked like.
Yeah, he got down 1 out of the throw attempt. Sunneo kind of autopiloted his throw into a Hurricane Bow cancel. That gives NeUby a lot of time to clash, and he does. Pretty pivotal situation right now. It's either 2-0 or 1-1. Both have 1 bar. Wow, that catches!
Wow.
Full jump in combo. Okay. Sooneo goes up 2-0. With a very clutch decision to go for the freeze arrow to win it all with 1 arrow instead of a few fire arrows. He found the right spot, he shot it, it worked. He's using freeze arrow now in a lot of situations where he might otherwise spend a bar on boxing glove arrow. We haven't seen much boxing of him of late.
Max Clever is a pretty solid tool, honestly.
Solid tool, but still a bar of meter, so you can
Very
lose it
situational.
all.
And he loses it during Clash, too.
No. Great, okay. He was trying to jump away after that obviously negative combo ender with trait. So Sooneo scouted that out, got the punish, built some momentum for himself. Still on that momentum right now, shooting fire arrows. Whoa. Rolls under the blast, throws.
Gets grabbed.
Yeah,
Pretty
Sooneo
easy
really
stuff, different rolls.
ending this life lead that NeUby once had this game.
Still has it, though.
Yeah, still has it for 386 instead of the, like, 700 that it once was.
for sure.
Man, clashing
Not
that
afraid.
looks so weird.
I think I'll pass this hero test.
So he literally becomes very hard to hit. You have to use attacks that go very low to catch his shrink. And
Or
it
command
gives
grab.
him this string that is very plus on block. You can go into overheads and lows, but they're totally unsafe and slow. But they're still pretty good.
They're not reactable overhead to lows really either.
Yeah,
Definitely not reactable.
yeah, and the low is safer than the overhead, right?
The overhead's a hard knockdown, though, I think.
Yeah, which leads into another 50-50 mix-up. They're not good 50-50s, but they're 50-50s.
Stuff's teleport again, that down 1 Hurricane Bow.
First time free.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone that loves down much as Ben.
Yeah, I mean, he's very proud of his
Actually,
use of
I
down.
down 1 a lot, too. So.
Yeah, and your down one's 11 frames and half screen.
Yeah, but it's like plus 18 at jails and the down 2, so.
Alright, oh, NeUby misses the trait
Oh,
combo, but
he's
then goes for a
chip
trip.
out.
Yep. It was chip, but I think it hit. Yeah. It's crazy. So there's a meter at the bottom right. If he runs out of his trait meter, he has to recover for like 40 frames. So peep that meter at the bottom right. It's the little guy. Yeah. It's regenerating
it's
right now.
literally the little guy.
Yeah, the very little man. You know, it's funny. Like, you'd expect Adam to like not be a 6 foot tall, like generic Jack character, but he just is. Even though he's a scientist that's supposed to just profit on being small, but by default he's just tall and jacked. It's strange.
What do you think would actually win in a fight, lore-wise? Here.
Probably Adam, because he can turn big and squish things, right? Isn't that in his power? Anyway, Oh wow.
I don't know, man. He's probably got a lot of arrows in that quiver.
Wow.
It's like an iPhone. It's got an app for that.
7 frame down 1. Oh, okay. Sooneo gonna lose
That's
this
gonna
life
hurt.
bar.
Wow, that's a big lead. But like we saw last game too, even when he had a lead, Sooneo still good at getting that lead away. Oh, he's gonna get the jump in 3. He's gonna drop the combo off. But
Wow, what a punish that also allows the
he's not going
switches.
unclashable. He's gonna get a beaker set up here.
Switches of
Slides right
sides.
out.
Another side. It's so hard to keep up
Doesn't
with
down
side
one
switches,
hurricane
man.
bow.
Yeah,
That's the first teleport I've seen him not down one hurricane bow. I don't know if that was on purpose or if it was just completely accidental.
sometimes you want to just
Teleport stuff's a slide right there too.
yeah, I think he did down 1 no cancel because he wanted to throw NeUby back into the left corner, which is where
There's that
Sooneo
string
does
we were
his
talking
best
about earlier. Forward 2, down 1, 3. He went for forward 2, down 1 instead of the 3 for the overhead. He let it rip into the slide for mid-low, low instead of a mid-low overhead.
Yep, and that's a good mix-up that can be plus on block if you meet up on the slide.
Which
and of
also
course
becomes
you
an
win.
overhead.
Yeah.
For some reason.
So then you're alternating between blocks. Pretty fun.
The best way to block Green Arrow is just to rapidly mash up and down so fast.
I would say the best way to block Green Arrow is to not let
Uninstall.
him uninstall. Yeah, look up Sooneo on PSN and block him in advance so you don't be
Yeah.
outrigged.
Literally block him.
Because chances are if you find
look
a Green
up,
Arrow, it's gonna be.
Green Arrow on Facebook and block him.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of Green Arrow Facebook pages. It won't be successful.
Yeah, you gotta find the right one though.
So we're back, by the way, to 2-2. In the winners set, it was NeUby doing this, going down games before and coming back. In the reset, Ben ran through straight, so NeUby has found his winner's final self here in this final grand final set at loser's side. This is as hype as it gets, again. Shades of Ludi versus One True God, which I will allow you to see the last game of when I uploaded from my phone.
That glorious 360p.
Yeah. Oh, no, the phone's pretty good. It just, it will look... And I made sure it focused on the screen as well.
There is down 1 hurricane bow.
Yep.
Yeah,
no meter
Sooneo
extension.
special. Might as well start calling it that.
Yeah. Yo,
Gonna
what
get
if
the
Adam could turn small and guide himself into air interactables and throw them while small? That would be the coolest thing ever.
That sounds really broken.
It would be also broken. I'm glad it doesn't exist.
Adam could background bounce out of little tiny.
Good scouting from Sooneo to punish the teleport movement. It looked like he was
He's
overzealously hunting for a mix-up, but instead he just canceled the arrow.
Suneo's reactions, I want to point out, have been absolutely incredible.
Wow, so that is how people should punish Savage
Oh.
Blast. You go into Adam's trait and just hunt. Yeah, a lot of people complain about not being able to whiff punish Savage Blast, not being able to jump over punish it. Adam, of course, can break that rule, as NeUby has shown with
Adam breaks a lot of
precise
rules.
placement.
Adam
Yeah.
plays his own game, like I mentioned earlier. This is
Turns out,
everything
does matter.
is an experiment for Adam.
Injustice Adam among us.
Every Adam defines you.
Every Adam defines.
Literally.
Yeah, that's what
Literally.
you are. You're just a bunch of Adams. Think about that.
We're all just a bunch of little Asian dudes.
Don't know about that though.
Well, that's what Adam is. He's
He's 6 feet tall, man. What are we talking about?
I mean,
will
he's
he end up
clearly
in the
not
corner?
6 feet
No,
tall.
he ended his combo negatively again. That could be.
Ooh, that
critical.
he could have punished that there.
Okay, Sooneo comes off the meter. Now there's a huge
Drops the punish.
meter
He's gonna lose
deficit.
that bar right there.
NeUby has a giant
Oh.
meter advantage. Can kill with one giant combo or
Oh!
not this combo.
gonna
It'll lead
hurt.
to a setup though. Oh, double overhead. Overhead low. NeUby wins.
That was a great comeback. Bracket reset. He was down 2-0, right? Down 2-0. It was a
Yeah.
reverse. That was a reverse 3-0 right there.
Yep, another one.
Yeah. He has different things out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's 4 directions.
And he can throw out of it too.
So that,
Yep.
it's kind of funny. Like, half the time we're looking
think it
at
depends on which move you
NeUby's
do.
Adam, and
Different
we're
moves
like,
drain it.
why isn't he canceling the trade combo? Well, he wasn't really fully getting punished enough for it, for him to be convinced to not optimize his damage with those trade combos that leave him negative, but he didn't really mind being negative in Oki's
I haven't
situations,
seen
because he
an
would jump
Adam-
back, he would shoot, he'd make himself hard to hit, and like, you cannot lose if you don't get hit enough to lose.
That's my best piece of advice I can give.
2,250
How do you win in fighting games? Don't get hit.
And yeah, it's like stray hits, stray victories in neutral that led NeUby to that victory, and it wasn't really pretty.
Used
You know,
his reactions and stuff with going into trait and with punishing stuff and using it. He was opening up Sooneo. He used traits so well.
And what I mean by not really pretty is like it's not conventional. It's not like taking turns, fighting games, respect. Everything was kind of slippery and loose, and that's his style. And mastering that is like
the two of them.
beautiful.
It was so chaotic at times watching too. They're jumping around, they're shooting the down arrows, the up arrows, and they're both going back and forth.
As a
it's
commentator,
crazy.
especially.
Yeah, it's crazy. I go to start talking about something, and we're already it's like
next life bar.
Next match.
Totally. Next match, even.
Yeah,
Anyway,
definitely.
So.